Yeah, the best song in the land.
I agree.
We're going to get the wrestling started here tonight. We got some JV matches and we got some varsity matches. And we got to make sure that we get into our meet night forecast. And it's brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast is 18 degrees, feels like 16. It's pretty cold out there tonight. And we still have a 100% chance of spandex tonight. And maybe some blood time. So, Sean, we're going to go with our blood time at 3.5. Do you think it's going to be over or under on our blood time?
I'm going over. These are two tough teams with some great coaches, so we're going over 3.5.
All right. So, being as cold as it is and some over 3.5 on blood time, that's your game night forecast brought to you by Economy Heating and Cooling. Keep you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter with a 24/7 emergency service. Comfort isn't far away. Visit them on the web at forjobdoneright.com. And be sure to tune in to Region Sports Network newest wrestling podcast, The Pinfall, with me, Danny Bell. Step onto the mat with me every Sunday as I chat with wrestling personalities from all over Northwest Indiana. Tune in to Sunday with special guests every single week. You can find the show on Facebook, YouTube, and web pages. That's The Pinfall with Danny Bell. Make sure you get to hear my big mouth on The Pinfall. And we have Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are so proud to support Crown Point Bulldogs athletics and say, go Bulldogs. Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in city services, and encouraging smart growth. Watch the series of hockey games at Bulldog Park Friday, January 10th, as Purdue Northwest faces off against Roosevelt University at 3:30 p.m. The Pride will again hit the ice at 7 p.m. against the Davenport Panthers. The mission is free and enjoys cashless concessions and outdoor fire pits. Make sure you see this. We're here under match right now. This is probably around a 195?
215, I think.
All right.
We're at 215 starting out. We're going to see some good hand fighting tonight. Like I was saying earlier before we got on, both of these teams have great coaches, so their average wrestlers a little bit better than average. We're going to see some awesome hand fighting. We're going to see some guys probably stay in matches and stay off their back against some really good Crown Point wrestlers, too.
There's the first takedown of the night. With the hand fighting you're talking about, that's going to end up playing into our Bricklayer Local 4 best hands in the business. So make sure you keep an eye out for who you think has the best hands in the business tonight.
Got a little fireman's.
That was nice.
He almost got the Turk, but it looks like he's going to run that bundle.
This is my favorite part about the rule changes now, because now a takedown is, you're going to see them go feet to back, because now that's takedown is 7 points. Yep. And then you can cut them. So rather than 2 points and then cut them, now you got 7 points and cutting them. And not that you couldn't get the 5 last time, but this is a lot different now with this 4 points.
Yeah, and I like it. Having more than 2 points for a takedown means that 2 escapes doesn't equal a takedown, and I think that's fair.
I do too. I think it was unfortunate when you take somebody down twice effortlessly and give them 2 points and then mess up on a shot. Now it's tied.
Yeah, it's an even match. I don't think so.
What is this, freestyle?
Exactly. We're right back to our back with the leg Turk. It looks like Crown Point's going to keep working these hands and keep working these leg Turks off these takedowns.
My favorite thing to do is the cross-shoulder tilt. The duck under and the cross-shoulder tilt. These were two things I always had in my repertoire. Whenever I see them, I love to watch when they bank their necks. Like, and you see the guys. The unfortunate part is when we're this close, they look at us, and then I'm like, I can't help you.
Yep, there's nothing I can do for you, buddy. It looks like he's counting lights. I don't know if he's going to get that back flat there.
It's going to be tough.
There it
12
goes.
seconds, but he got it done. Crown Point's going to take this win. Now, Merrillville and Crown Point, they're two dueling teams. They've always putting up a really good lineup. You got Coach Lorick and Coach Maldonado. They are mainstays in this area, and they're probably going to end up being Hall of Famers when their careers are over. But they put out consistently good wrestlers and consistently good people. The wrestlers that you're hearing, you're not hearing them getting in trouble or doing nothing stupid. These guys they're really working on their guys. And a lot of what you guys, we want to apologize to let you know, this is an audio first and then video after it's over by rules of, or by asking of Merrillville High School. Another straight takedown.
And we're going to cut him. Yep.
The sweep single. Puts him to his back. Maybe a switch to a reverse half here. Nope, he's okay with it. He feels confident and wants to get another takedown.
Yep, let him back up.
You know, getting towards the end of the year, you think a lot of these guys are probably trying to tune themselves up. And when you're on varsity too, and which most of these teams there in the Duneland have, that somebody gets hurt, next man up, you need to be ready to fire. It looks like a lot of them are doing it.
Yep, absolutely right. Crown Point's great as far as having a varsity too and having a top-notch wrestling program. Their average wrestlers just are better than average. Fighting hands, it looks like we might get a pin here.
Another cross shoulder. 4 on that. There's the tech fall.
So that's something I'm not used to, is how quickly we get to 15, right?
Yes, and you know, as a referee, I love how fast tournaments go now.
Yeah. Hey.
It cuts an hour to 2 hours sometimes at a tournament. You'll have, where some tournaments will have 45 to 50 tech falls. Now you're getting 100 tech falls.
Yeah, I love that.
Plus, it opens up the offense. It makes people want to take people down.
It does. And when you look back in the day, Jamal Lawrence there in Elkins, they needed 15 takedowns, you know? Now not so much.
No.
So this is going to be 113 after the forfeit at 106. I love the club right off the whistle.
This is Donald Hoffman from Merrillville.
Funny story about Donnie. His dad is one of our union millwrights. He's one of our members. He's at every meeting. I used to work with him at Belcon Regis. It's awesome to see that he's here supporting his boy.
You know, blue-collar workers, you know, it's kind of easy to have a tough kid when you have a blue-collar worker. Cross shoulder. He's got that far wrist. Little cross wrist, maybe going for a cradle here. Couldn't get it. Maybe pulling back for a hammer lock on the left side.
Yeah, he's going to drop that wrist between the legs, get that tail.
Ball and chain. You don't see a lot of them. I see a lot more cheap tilts these days. JV match just had a nasty takedown. It was potentially a dangerous, nasty takedown. I thought it was sweet.
Yeah, they're getting after it on both mats.
Duneland, these guys, purple and red, I don't know how many times these teams have tangled, but I've watched some hammering matches. And we were talking about it earlier when we were watching the Crow's Nest, watching Semi-State. This was an amazing venue.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, my gosh.
The only thing not legendary was the cooler rule. Otherwise, that was just a special place. That first takedown, if you're in the finals, even going for third place, that first takedown, the place explodes. It was a really special place to hold a tournament.
Oh, man. It was so hot and because everybody's packed on top of each other, but it was just such a great environment.
Yeah, region wrestling at its finest.
Definitely.
We got Crown Point on top just working that chop. It looked like he was looking for that leg turk, but he's still running that ball and chain. He likes it.
Time. So 11-6 now, team score. Crown Point with the lead. The 6 points is a forfeit at 106. They have a sick wrestler, and the second one was having a little complication with weight, but that's all right. And nowadays, everybody's sick, man. Everybody's messed up. It's hard with them, so they're trying to get healthy for the end of the year.
Yeah, we have Team State coming up, and then we're going to jump right into the conference and individual tournament.
Nice switch and get a reversal out of that. I can still yell 2 for that.
Yeah.
Gives up the escape. Maybe a go behind. Nope, switch to double.
Turns it into a double. That's awesome chain wrestling right there. That's Bill Hawkins and Vince Sessa all day.
All day. Nice snap. Tough snap.
These guys are liking each other.
A lot of the snaps I noticed with the guys, the first one that they do is really nice. They're kicking their leg back so they get that extra oomph into it. But when they're snapping and their foot is going forward, a lot of times they're putting themselves in really bad situations. So when you're snapping, make sure you're getting those meat hooks in there and you're kicking that foot backwards. Bottom man set. It's 11-2 right now. Crown Point with the lead. They got a major decision right now over Hoffman.
Go straight to chop. He's going to go right back to that wrist. Is he going to run a wing?
Maybe that cross wrist again. Step through, maybe. He's trying to step through on that Turk, but he couldn't get it.
Yeah, this is an awesome system that they run. If you run that cross wrist, you can turn it into a leg Turk, you can turn it into a tilt, you can run a bundle, you can run that ball and chain. I mean, you could just keep switching through all three until you're a second ahead of the guy, and then you have some points.
Yeah, and then at the end, there's usually at least 2 or 3 different kind of half Nelsons you can finish with.
You're absolutely right. And the guy on bottom is not enjoying it.
At all. And sometimes it looks like they're stalling. They're not. They're being overpowered.
He's trying to get up.
When you're getting your joints manipulated, it's really hard to lift certain portions of your body.
One thing I hate seeing, though, when a guy's on bottom is ankles in the air. I always want my feet on the mat. I always want to move out. And I always want to knee slide up. When I see guys with their ankles dangling in the air, it just goes to show that he's really struggling to get his upper body away from this Crown Point guy, and he's not really worried about his feet. Really what he needs to do is put some pressure up.
Yes. There's little portions of most wrestling shoes on the inside, and they lip up. They're literally for this. It's the army crawl, the step up, the knee slide. These are the things that are on these wrestling shoes, and this is why they look like that. They're even on the back of the shoe for certain situations.
Yeah. That's what we tell our little guys. You have to use your shoes.
Yes. You should dig them in to where there's no tread on them, and you need a new pair every year.
There's another snap to a double leg, and that's beautiful, right to his back. And I think that's going to wrap this match up if we don't get a pinfall.
He's going to really try to search for us, knowing that
and that's going to be it.
He's on his back. Why would you stop that? Maybe he came off of his back and broke the plane. I had a bad angle. Got some really good referees in here tonight. We even got Coach Blinken here.
I see that.
I like seeing Coach Blinken here.
I used to not like seeing him so much.
He was rowdy. But boy, he knew his stuff.
So we're going to be at 120, Sean Novak from Merrillville.
A lot of newer faces on Crown Point. They're working into Team State here. So a lot of the guys are going to be taking a back seat and just cheering their teammates on. Nice.
Good takedown. And I'm not sure why we're stopping it.
Potentially dangerous? Oh, no, that's... Okay.
I thought we came down knees at the same time, but I guess he's going to say he spiked him. Yeah, like you were saying, we're going to see some new faces here with Team State coming up. We also have next...
feet to back.
I think he's real tight here. I think we might get 6 for Merrillville. He needs to get those hips on top and really get that head up.
Oh, snap the other way. Oh, snap and run. A little cattle catcher here. Front headlock. We're college out of bounds rules, right?
I think so. Novak's wrestling tough, man. He's being really aggressive.
Crossed the... Oh, he wasn't on the elbow.
A little bit too high on the arm there, setting up the referee's position.
What are you? Are you a C or a reverse C?
Just depending on what I was going for.
Yeah, me too.
And then sometimes I play with a guy, if I knew that he thought I was going one way, I might act like I was. Same with when I'm on bottom, I might be on my toes or I might be flat with laces depending on what I'm trying to do.
Right. Or how much time's left.
Yeah.
Crown Point with a takedown here. 44 seconds left in the first period. They're down 5-6 in this matchup right now. They're working the edge, so there could be running out of real estate here.
He's got a really deep wing in here. If he could get him inbounds, I think he can run it around the head. He's got the wrist. He's going to roll it. Good
start. That was nice to bring him right back in. He's got short time now, 23 seconds left. Yeah, potentially his arm broke the 90 degrees on his back. I wouldn't be surprised to see a nice little stand-up switch. I watched him do it all practice, and before this, he was pretty quick at it. Right into a stand-up and then hit the switch.
got our laces flat. We got 20 seconds to get out here.
Got his arm chopped, couldn't. Legs are free.
He's up. These Crown Point guys on top are constantly attacking these elbows and wrists, and it really makes it hard for a guy on bottom to get his chest up and to get out to his feet.
That'll be the end of the period. 6-5 right now. Choice is going to be Crown Point. Crown Point's going to choose bottom. Oh, caution. He wasn't on the elbow again. This time he was on the wrist. These are things that you want to do every single time in practice. You want to do the little things and work as if you're actually wrestling. That way these things don't happen when you do have to wrap a meet. Like taping your shoes so your shoes don't come untied and you lose a point.
You're right. Taping your shoes and maybe referee's position.
Yeah.
So Merrillville on top. He's just riding him. He's broken down now. You know, he's grabbing that wrist outside of that elbow. I like going underneath with that.
I do too. Honestly, it's more effective.
And here we go. We have a tilt.
Into a transition, into a headlock. These usually don't end well for the guy on bottom. Wow, he's almost in a crucifix. He had to reverse out. That was a good transition and a smart idea. No one has done any other move more than the half Nelson, and that one's taken out more people than anything.
You are right. That's an awesome win for Merrillville. He wrestled really well that match. It looked like Crown Point was coming back around.
Sure was. Now it's a 12-16 team score. Crown Point with the lead. And we have a Maldonado on the mat.
I love it. They never go away, do they?
I'm not going to lie. They've got to be the most prolific wrestling family in this area because there's so many Maldonados and not one of them is average. They're all really high IQ wrestlers.
Well, I think at this point it's genetic.
It's got to be. And they're equally as good at soccer and stuff like this too. And I don't know. I think they're keeping the girls a secret. They must be superheroes or something because there's so many Maldonado boys that are really, really good athletes.
Out of bounds here, 30 seconds in. Going to get a restart. Right into that snap.
Short arms, I like it.
Yep. Cross ankle.
Knee pick. Oh. Couldn't get it. I think go behind's in order right here. A little snap and go. Shuck. Oh, he's looking bigger. He's looking cradle.
He's tucking that head. He might just get the go behind here.
If he sits through on that one, it would have been a little bit easier to get. Man, I love the attack by every one of these Maldonado wrestlers. They're so heavy on the head. Nice go behind.
And there's our takedown.
There you go.
He worked really hard for that one.
He really did.
You know, even if it was back in the day, I might give him 3 points for that.
Yeah, he broke him on that one too, I think. He's kind of looking over at the stands like, okay, what do I got to do here?
Yeah, that's the thing that Coach Panowski, when we were little, always taught us. When you get taken down, don't take that 1 second to say, crap.
Yeah.
You got to get right back at it, get your knees down, you can get out.
Bounce back up. Working a cradle here. And a wrist.
He's going to pull this wrist out to his back.
The elbow was up. Whenever you see that armpit exposed, you should attack.
And we're short time here, so let's see if he can get some back points. He's got that half really deep on the other side. And we're going to go to the second.
A lot of the times, those type of moves, when it's short time, they may get you points in a regular match, but when it's short time, you have to do short time moves.
Yep.
Did you ever have a short time move that you'd like to go to?
Yeah, well, it just depended. I always loved cradles, so I'd slide that right leg in and go cross-side cradle and hop out. I think I hit that in the state finals against Tyler Willis. I got some back points.
Cradles are always good. You can't go wrong with a cradle. Especially if you have a boot in. Look at his head. hand and heads. Maldonado's getting the Bricklayer Local 4. I can't put anybody else above Maldonado. Cattle catcher, little. What do they call it? There's so many different names. Bulldogs.
Bulldog, cement mixer, whatever you want to call it. And, he probably could have taken him to his back there, but he ends up just with a takedown. 6-1 with a minute and a half left in the second. And he wants to keep him in here.
I'm noticing that Crown Point is working wrist and Merrillville is working hammer.
Yeah, so both of these coaches have great systems, and they work with a lower-level wrestler all the way up to your top-level guy. And that's what makes these coaches and these teams so great.
He's going to let him up. Watch. Let him get set first. Now let him up. Yeah, attaboy!
I love it.
I used to do that all the time. I love that stuff. I don't care.
Yeah, Portage would shove you off the mat. You might not even get one.
Yeah.
Another snap here. He's really controlling this front headlock. Another takedown. He's going for that cradle.
Goodness. Heavy hands.
Yeah, and that's going to wear a guy out. You start getting towards the end of the second period, start getting into the third. This Crown Point guy is going to be hurt if he just keeps getting snapped and Maldonado stays on his head.
Maldonado, he's got the best hands in the business right now. And just like the Bricklayers Local 4, Indiana /Kentucky, join the Bricklayers Local 4 and start building your career today and visit baclocal4.org to find out more. This is your hand fighting. If you want to know how to hand fight, you watch one of these Maldonado boys. They're heavy on the head. They open you up for so much offense with their heavy hands. This is nice and tight. This ain't too much. 16 seconds.
That's going to be it.
Knee to the ear. That's tight. Winding it. Posting the elbow. Flat. There's your fall. 18-16 now. Merrillville with the lead. We'll have Warren Brown coming up now from Merrillville. A little bit of blood.
Oh, too bad we didn't get any blood time.
Oh, man.
I think we're going to be under tonight.
They're moving through them right now.
They are.
This would be our first under of the year if this happens.
Really?
Yes.
With these two teams, I find it hard to believe.
I agree.
Let's get up in the middleweight, start beating each other up, start getting on that head.
All right. This is Warren Brown. Nice snap, go to. Coach Vlink's butt's in my way. In on a leg.
He's deep. He needs to put that ankle over his head, and that's exactly
what he did.
Because he's well coached.
And we got a stalemate out of it. That looked like good chain wrestling right there.
He goes collar tying right away. Crown Point goes 2-on-1. Right to a double leg, and he's very deep. He could take him to his back here. And he just gets the 3-point takedown.
Throwing a boot in on the right side. Crossbody ride.
Attaboy. He's got a power half now.
There's got a second boot in there.
He's going to try to flatten him out here.
There's the arch.
And now we can go to work.
Once you get that banana shape, that's when you go to work.
And now his ankles in the air are not his fault here. That's a terrible position here.
It may look like he's just laying on him. He ain't.
It's hurting.
It's torque. When you see both legs in and the wrestler's knees are off the ground,
no, man, not fun.
Those are always fun in the personal training when you're teaching them how to do this, and you're like, nope. And then, yep, that's how you do it. Get off. Cross wrist tilt again. Crown Point with a cross wrist.
He was looking for the ball and chain. He's not going to get it. He's just going to keep riding that wrist.
Way to build.
Yep, we need to get an escape here. He keeps building up really good. If we get a knee slide out, I think they're going to start scrambling.
Good pressure by Crown Point. Digging them toes in. Trying to head lever right there. It's not going to get it out. It's got a cross wrist. I think he was just trying to work him a little bit there to try to break him for the second. to open up some offense there.
There at the end, you saw Warren Brown getting a little bit frustrated. It's terrible to be on bottom with some boots in. You can't get your wrist away. You just can't get yourself up. And I could see Coach Maldonado's getting a little frustrated with it as well.
Coach Maldonado is one of the few guys around here. He's like a legend that a lot of people, he's like a secret legend for some people if they don't know wrestling. This guy's rich.
He's incredible, and it's not just wrestling. So in my job, I get to come over here to Merrillville High School, and he's the dean of students, and he's such a good role model for any student that walks through these halls.
He's a mentor to all because he's the life coach. He's not just a wrestling coach.
And all of his sons are great guys. One of his sons is one of our carpenters, and he's one of the best apprentices that I think we've ever come across. Very mature.
He's a wrestler.
Yep. We go ankle pick, almost get it for Warren.
Wrestlers and military guys are two great people to hire.
I agree.
Their intestinal fortitude is a lot higher, and they can really embrace the suck. Fighting fingers, back to a Russian, try to cross on a double, and reshot by Warren.
He's up, he split the legs, he's going to try to hook that leg if he can.
Little waterfall situation.
It's going to be potentially dangerous. That's going to be 1 point. Can't scissor those feet around the head, right?
Nope.
So we just saw a very explosive double leg from Warren. I'd like to see that more. He needs to lock and load. There it is.
Coach Vlink doesn't like us.
I don't think he ever has. Good double leg. See, there we are.
In front of the camera the whole time.
So we have a takedown for Warren Brown there, and that's exactly what he needed to do. He needed to load up and take that double leg.
4-4 now, second period.
And he's going to run away.
A little too high. There's no pressure right there. Crown Point can come up whenever they want. This is a short time. This is the time to do it. You can't do it if your head's on the mat.
15 seconds here. This escape could be really important going into the third period.
Now he's got that Okie foot. What does Coach Cook call that now?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't been around all that much, but I can't tell you they got some awesome stuff going on over there at Vapo. Jason Cook's an incredible human being and such a great wrestler, such a good asset, and he's got some really good help over there. I can see that program doing great things.
Heavy hands.
So I think Warren's going to load back up. He's backing up a little bit.
Yeah, that double's coming.
The old Jordan Burroughs double.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for that right hand reach.
He needs to stay away from those hands on his head, though. He keeps giving up that Russian, and you can't hit a double leg when your arm's taken. And there we are again. And that's how they're going to slow guys like this down. Good single leg. He splits him again. Hopefully he tries to hook this ankle. He's going to sit to his right hip. And they're going to go stalemate here.
Minute 10 left, third period, 4-4. Warren Brown here trying to get that win at home, defending a shot here.
He's got head on the mat. He's going to turn this into a front headlock. And he's going right behind here.
Go behind. Maybe it's a bundle.
Takedown, less than a minute left. He gets his takedown.
Now down by 3, that escape isn't much. You're going to need something else.
He needs to get a sense of urgency right now. And he needs to get that head off the mat. Warren Brown's doing a really good job attacking that wrist and keeping some weight on those shoulders. Again, he's riding that ankle Turk.
See where he covers here. Cover left.
20 seconds left. He has a 3-point lead here.
Oh, Granby couldn't get out of there. Didn't free his hips. Cross wrist again. That's a
and he hit it with a stalling. He's sitting on the ankle, hanging on to the wrist. got short time here. Nothing doing. It looks like Warren Brown's going to come away with it. 7-4 win at home.
Almost got a turn out of it.
That's some good wrestling.
That was real good wrestling. Took to the last minute to get that point, but he did it.
You know, it's funny, we're talking about Coach Maldonado here, and I remember being a 7-year-old at the Bishop Knoll Wrestling Room, and all the Maldonados were over there. I still have that wrestling bag he gave me, and spent a lot of time with him over here when he first came over to Merrillville. It's good to see things are still going well for Coach, and for his family. I think pretty soon we're going to have some grandkids on the mat.
Oh, my goodness. You guys are in trouble. We got JC and Quezada, and we have Sonny Sessa for Crown Point. He's one of their starters, of course. Tried for a wrist snap, went to the go behind on the other side.
Yeah, he threw him right by. Good takedown. I think it might be in Sessa's blood a little bit as well.
Maybe. I heard his dad was kind of good.
So he did a roll through tilt here. He's going to get some back. He needs to keep elevating that ankle. He's going to hold on to it, though. He might run it around the head.
It's tough getting your wrist back from Crown Point kids, man. Cut and run here. I see. Oh!
Into a single. He's up. He's got leg high. He's going to trip him.
Trip.
Yep. And we got a good takedown.
Maybe one more. He's got a minute left. I'd get at least one more and then a turn.
I think I'd let him up here and get another takedown. Get yourself a good workout in before you get off the mat.
Definitely. You want to tune yourself up for state and for team state. This is a good one to do it against Merrillville High School because they're good.
They're tough boys.
They're always tough, man.
The same roll through tilt there, and he's going to get some more back.
Ooh, he's got to be really careful on his back right there. He could have gave up himself up 16 points. 13-1 now. Sonny trying to bring Crown Point back into it. A tech here would be a tie in the team score. Working the edge. Sonny with his back to the ring. There's a nice knee pull again. There's a trip.
Good trip.
That will be 16-2. He's got a 14-point lead now. We're going to go into the second period. Choice will be Merrillville. They're going neutral. Here's where you throw a bomb.
16-2. Let's go. Let's see if he goes right back to that sweep.
Nice. He tries to snap, go behind.
And this Merrillville guy, Jason, he's in his face. He's not scared to go forehead to forehead here and walk forward.
Yeah,
he snap to a takedown, and that's going to be it.
There's your tech fall. He was definitely coming at him. He wasn't worried.
You know, and that's what you like to see from a guy who's wrestling one of the top guys in the state. You go out there and you want to see a guy be tough and wrestle and get in a guy's face and not be scared. That's why we work so hard, right? We don't need to be worried about anything. We put the work in. Let's go out there and let's get in his face.
Yeah. Shot.
A lengthy fireman's here.
This is Griff.
And he didn't get a takedown out of it.
Hands on the mat. Should have.
Double boots.
Oh,
right,
goodness. This is Hilson and Ben Tischel. That was real quick takedown. Covers left. Crab ride. Throws the boot in.
Other boot, going to flatten him out.
One. Here comes the arch. Couldn't do it, but he went cross shoulder. And got him to his ear. There, almost broke him 50. Oh man, knees off the mat.
Yep, and he's not getting back points here, but this guy on bottom, Cameron, is he's not having a good time.
No, not at all.
This is going to be the worst couple minutes of his day here, and we got a power half, and that hurts.
Oh yeah. We got a minute left, too. Here's where you want to inch it. You don't want to force these kind of power halves when you get into that position. You look for your mom. Get a good photo op.
Drop those hips and set in.
Yes. His hips are really high right now.
And they are, and that's why he's going to give up a reversal there. You really have to drop those hips there when you have that power half in.
Now he's got to work back. He's up 6-2 now.
About 30 seconds left in the first. And he's
Fat man roll.
And we still call it that, huh?
Oh, man, there's arm jammer or whatever.
We're seeing 144-pounders doing fat man rolls nowadays. I love it.
Snap. Try to dump. Working out of the Russian on the left side. Inside trip. If he can walk himself around right there, he can get him to his back.
He's got short time. He's not going to get back points out of it.
Maybe 2 back points. Yeah, he got 2.
Oh, okay, that last swipe was close.
Those 2 swipes are nice, man. I like when I can only have to get 2 swipes. Those cheap tilts get cheaper.
Merrillville choice back on our feet here, starting the second. And right away, we're in hand fighting like it's Big Ten wrestling.
There's the dump.
Good fireman's, and he's going to drop him right to his back. And he's deep here. Now, if he could find a way to get his chin a little bit further across that chest,
there's your tag.
He's going to get out there, and that's the match.
19-2 win for Grip. Was that Haney? We got Griff coming in too here, I think, tonight. We have Tegan Newell. This would be a good one. Now, I feel like Kirksey's family, I've seen so many of his matches. I've watched Marlo since he was, I don't know, him and his dad going to so many youth tournaments. And now seeing him, I think he should be a senior this year. He is, I've seen so many of his matches. This kid is tough. I love his heart, the way he works, his work ethic. I like this kid. He's going to be a good contributor to society when he gets out there.
And that's what it's all about. We like winning matches, but we like winning life too, don't we?
That's the biggest victory, when you can see your kids producing at a high level in life. Not just in a sport. Sports are easy. You practice at it. But life, that's hard.
Just kind of tied up hand fighting here. Good movement. A lot of good fakes from Merrillville, and it doesn't seem like Crown Point's biting on it. But he's going to stay low. He's looking for that Jordan Burroughs blast double.
No shots.
Crown Point staying really low. He's worried about that double leg.
48 seconds left. Watch Kirksey's going to take himself a shot.
Yes,
there it is.
How fast is that?
He's quick on it. He gets the rock, and you know something's coming. There's right to the back. That should be the 3 right there. That's 3. He's around the waist.
We got 25 seconds here, and there it goes. He gives him the takedown. Crown Point's going to belly out.
Double bumps. You don't want to give up 1 here. You sure as heck don't want to give up 2.
And
that was a quick one. Now he's getting it back.
And he might get some back points here.
He's definitely getting 2. There's the 3rd swipe. He's on his 4th swipe. Definitely getting on 4. Not getting the fall, though.
That is awesome DAC wrestling there. We have a reversal to another reversal to some back points in less than 13 seconds.
Yeah. 9-2. Choice, Kirksey. He's going to defer. Tegan's going to choose bottom. See first move. Pause, double bumps for Kirksey. Then he went to the wrist. Working heavy on the left side, trying to work that hammer lock on the left side out. Maybe going to a ball and chain like earlier.
He's keeping that weight on the back of Crown Point shoulders here, and it's going to be hard to get up. He's got that ankle Turk.
Ooh, half on the far side. Those are tough when they get put on you. Bob's got to make sure he's not getting the same spot. There, he's fighting hands.
We're to our feet here, and he scoots away and
get
gets
one out of it.
Let's go!
9-3.
Both guys really low. Both guys mixing in fakes, hanging on the collar.
Level change. I like the matching the height. You want to make sure that your opponent isn't lower than you.
Especially a guy like Kirksey who's going to hit that double or that low single. He's
yeah, there it is. He's smart by circling to the outside and playing the ring, but that was a good, intelligent idea is to shoot him out right there.
That's an awesome shot. It's fast. It's powerful.
Yes, and you're using your head as a weapon in there. It's your first line right there, blasting through him.
So still 9-3, about 40 seconds left in the second, and we're hand fighting here.
9-3 right now, Kirksey over Teagan. Teagan going to the football stance. Kirksey on the ankle. Goes to the second one.
Gets it.
There's the 3. That's 12-3 out of bounds.
Kept those toes in. Kept his toes in. The refs talked about it. They're going to give him the takedown.
Yeah, it should be. It's college out of bounds rules this year. I only need a shoelace in. He had 2 feet.
I love it.
Double bumps again by Kirksey. Crotch lift time. Brought him back down easily. Into the double bumps, working a wrist, I'm sure. Teagan trying to get a Granby. Couldn't do it.
He's staying busy on bottom.
5 seconds left. End of the second period. It's going to be Choice Kirksey in the third. Ooh, tough crossface. Those are the ones where you end up adjusting their chin strap for them.
I talked to him a little bit before this about blood time. Maybe that's what he's trying.
Hey, we got a score here.
We're on our feet starting the third. Low stances.
I can't think of any wrestling meet I've ever commentated that had 0 blood time.
We're getting close. I'm getting nervous.
I better be quiet. I'm going to jinx us.
All it takes is one, though.
Oh, good go behind attempt by Teagan. Working him to the edge now. He's down 12-3. He's got a lot in his bag, though. Kirksey's really tough, so he's going to have to work. Shot, maybe? No, he's backing him up. I like how the ref got in the middle of there. 1:25 left in his third period, his Duneland matchup.
Good double leg here.
Newell in on a double. Kirksey's trying to turn and burn. He's going to have to bail on this one. 12-6. Cut and run time. Newell looking to cut and run. In for a shot, maybe a go behind by Kirksey. Oh, that's a 3 right there. He's got a cradle locked up on the edge. Kirksey trying for a snowplow. He's just going to be happy with the 3. 16-6, a major decision over any Crown Point wrestler. That's tough. I expect to see Kirksey downstate this year, though.
I expect to as well.
He's earned it. He's top fit condition. I love watching him wrestle. He's gotten tougher and tougher every year. I really hope he gets down there and places in the top. Focus on top 8 every year, folks. Don't focus on winning. If you get to the top 8, there's a good chance you can win.
That's right, man. All it takes is one day, one match at a time.
Oh, tilt time. Got 4 swipes out of it. That's going to be 20-6. 20 seconds left right now. Kirksey looking for another one. He's still sitting on 4, same hold. Maybe a fall. That's going to be hard to do on that. He's going to give up a reversal.
Less than 10 seconds here.
The reversal would be 2. That's 8. 20-8.
And he's just going to leave with a major decision there. What a great match by Kirksey, man. That double leg, those low singles. I love watching guys like that, and it's effective.
Anthony Bustamante. Griff has got the mask. Oh, that's my favorite. I love when people have to wear the mask. Griff is tough.
He just shucked him by. He's got that leg in, and he's just going to let him out of it. A lot of times guys will roll that back and try to catch him on his back, get some back points there. It's not necessarily a pinning maneuver, but it's a good way to get some back points.
I like how when Griffin ties up, he banks the elbows and, bends you at the hip. Those right there are good stuff. Great snap and shot by Griff.
Double leg.
Feet in.
And that looks like Big Ten wrestling. If I didn't know any better,
No
Jesse
takedown.
Mendez out there.
Yeah. Looks similar. Same kind of options.
Maybe that's why he has the face mask on.
Jesse's hiding under there?
Speaking of Jesse, ranked number 1 right now, right?
He should be. He's a Buckeye.
Come on now.
Snap, go by. He's got overtie right there. A lot of things can happen really nice from overtie. He switched to a double.
Shoots him back, and we're back to the middle on our feet. 3-1 match with about a minute left in the first period.
A lot of action for only 3-1.
Yeah, these guys are getting after each other. That is such a good club to an underhook.
Clubbed underhook.
That is exactly what you want to see when you show that.
Yep. And it's the only thing, if he would have stepped a little bit more with his left foot on that underhook, he would have turned his opponent. But either way, he knew what he was doing, what he wanted.
That's exactly right. He hit the high crotch to a dump, and he got his 3 points.
He's got a 6-1 lead right now, and Crown Point has a 26-25 lead over Merrillville in the team score. You're watching Takedown Time on Region Sports Network, where the region comes to wrestle.
No breakdown on top. I think he might just let him out here, and he does. Right into a fake, and
he kept the elbow, too. Here comes a dump. Fireman's, maybe?
He's got the overhook for it. He's putting pressure forward. He's going to drop his knees
there
right over himself and take him right to his back.
The bait was there. Ooh, back in on a shot. He got a little hairy on that. Time's going to run out. He's going to get 3. 12-2 lead right now.
And an important thing here when you're winning a match big like this is you have to wrestle smart. It's getting towards the end of the year. You can't get sloppy like that and give a guy your leg and give up a reversal there.
You know what a problem I have with Crown Point? I get Logan Haney and Griffin mixed up every single time, and now he's got a mask on. It's easy.
He's up to his feet, and he's out. A 13-2 match here at the start of the second.
See where he's going to go to here. Collar tying on the right. Is he working overtie? I can't see because Coach Vlink's in the way again.
He is working overtie, and they're right back to the middle.
There's 2 cameras in the whole building, and he wants us to be his proctologist. Troy Hahn, I might be his proctologist. That's one referee I've seen his rear end more than I care to. Sometimes he just show it on purpose. Oh, you're recording right here? Oh, let me stretch.
Good single leg here. We're right at the boundary line. He dumps him, and he gets a takedown.
16-2 now.
And he's going for that cradle. And he head loops him.
Oh, yeah.
Head loops him. He's going to get some back. We have a minute left here. If he stays in bounds, he can start fighting for this pinfall. He needs to start trying to scoop him in with that right knee. We need to have all of our pressure here towards that line.
He's got that chin on that chin whip, and that's going to be flat right here. He reverses it. If he starts to come back, he's going to have to start rotating into a different kind of half. That's not going to work. There you go.
So if he doesn't get a pin here, it's going to be a tech foul. He's got 30 seconds.
That's a pin.
He's got 30 seconds, and he looks flat, and there it is. Good, tough match. I love those clubs. I love the underhooks. I love the overties. That's vintage Bill Hawkins, Vince Sessa stuff right there.
Okay, AP is up. AP is another one I can see going downstate. He's one of those kids that if you're watching him wrestle, this could be one of those kids in the finals. He's been wrestling for a while too, and he is tough. This is like what's the UFC fighter that is from Brazil, big crazy rowdy one. He just fought. He's 215, I think. I forgot what his name was.
Alex Pereira?
Yes, thank you. I don't know why it slipped me. He reminds me of him, but a wrestler. He's the wrestler of Pereiras.
And he's got a takedown here, and he's working that upper body. He's right on that wrist like we expect a Merrillville wrestler to be. He's going...
that one's painful.
Crossbody half.
I don't miss teaching that move.
How awesome is that to go to a tilt there? He has so many options here.
Oh my gosh, this kid's got so many options. He's got a huge backpack full of tricks. Nice hammer, pinching it with his knee too, which is really nice. Trying to keep it in his other back pocket. Now he's got to keep it legal.
Really good pressure, but he does have to keep it legal here. We're going to get potentially dangerous. And the ref's talking to him, and they stopped it.
Yeah. That shoulder got up. If you have a problem with that, you can slide that knee under there when they're shouldering down on that. Maybe pry it up a little bit, but you want to be careful. 3-1 now.
Good snap, go behind, and good hip heist out before he gives up a takedown.
Adrian just forward.
It's a constant pressure even when he's on top. And
nice.
Way to catch that ankle.
Ankle switch to double. He's going to get 3.
And right back on that wrist with heavy pressure.
Merrillville in that hammer lock. Here's that reverse shoulder tilt. I love that one.
You got to swipe, 2 swipes, and that's going to be time.
Yep,
that's first period.
Smart right there.
You got an 8-1 match.
Defer.
Crown Point goes neutral.
Crown Point leading 32-25 in the team score, down 8-1 in this match. Now down 11-1. Merrillville doesn't want 5 here; they want 6.
Got to start looking for some back points.
Adrian's working that hammer on the left side again. If he hops side with that wrist, that half is there all day. Cut and run.
Back to our feet, 11-2 match with 1:15 left in the second. Right to an ankle pick, but we don't finish. And takedown. Got a little squirrely there, but a really good snap. We have a 14-2 match. A minute left.
Maybe one more cut and run, or is he going to get a turn out of this?
He's looking at Coach, and Coach wants a pin.
Yep. Here comes a turn. I wouldn't try a tilt on this one.
Yeah, we're looking for pinning combinations here, and, that's wrestling IQ. Some of these good kids...
stretch it.
They know better. They need to run something where I'm going to get those shoulder blades flat.
He's stretching it.
And he is. He's going to bulldog him over.
That's what you want right there. If you get that hammer, you stretch that across their body.
And this is going to be tough to not go flat here.
30 seconds. Either way, it's over, but he's looking for 6, and there it is.
Yep. There it is. That's a good match, and that's a tough kid. That kid is going to be there come state.
He does it effortlessly. The Tyler Knight coming up for Merrillville. Yeah, he is my little Pereira. I love
agree.
watching Adrian wrestle, man. That's AP. He's my guy.
That constant pressure is going to translate really well into college if that's where he's going to go.
I would say that there's a really good chance of Adrian wrestling in college. If he doesn't, then college is missing out. Nice shot.
Knee slide up. Good, solid wrestling. We're in an over-under with a minute and a half left in the first. We're at 175. 31 points Merrillville, 32 points Crown Point.
Coach Flink knows where all the action is.
We can't see his face, but I think he's smirking. He can hear you. Good high crotch to a double leg. We got a takedown for Crown Point. He goes right to a power half.
What?
I'm not sure he didn't even have a leg in.
Heavy on the left.
Cross knee, flattens him out. It looks like he's going to scoot a boot in. Or he's trying to scoot a boot in.
Yeah, there it is, near side.
He's a little high. If Merrillville gets their hips to the mat, they could probably get out here and get a reversal.
Yeah, and headhunt. Oh.
But he's flattened out.
Yeah.
Good hips there on top.
Really tough hips. Cross shoulder tilt time. Banking that neck. Let me introduce your ear to your shoulder. Power again.
Power half gets the other hook in. And he's going to get some back here. He needs to scoot his hips onto the top if he's going to get anything flat.
Oh, reverse half time if you want it. There it is. Oh, he stayed with the boot in. He didn't need to. 11 seconds.
We have short time here. And he fights off
Now
his
he's got to
back.
get that boot out and rotate and turn 90.
2 seconds.
Oh, couldn't get it. If he would have, he wanted that boot in because he didn't want to let go. He was afraid he was going to let go. But if he would have went and teed off right there, that was 6.
Yeah, if he commits to it and gets his leg out there, I think he might have a pin.
Yeah. Score's wrong up there. It should be. No, he don't get another point for that. He gets the escape point, but he don't get those back points. They have it as 8-0 right now, and we both know that's not right. Shot.
Crown Point with a go behind Merrillville, throws his right arm out, turns it into a double, and gets his own takedown.
There's a reversal. That score is way off.
He's got his swipes, gets his 4 back points. And according to the scoreboard, we're 14-3 here.
Even though the Merrillville guy had the legs in, had him on his back and got 4 points out of it. There they come. I don't know what's going on with the score. I'm just seeing numbers pop up. Somebody else is starting there. Coach Flink was noticing that there was, it looked like a bingo game on the, it was just moving.
Looking at Coach Blink, he might be familiar with bingo at this age.
At this age, he might start getting into a few bingo halls.
Back on our feet here with about a minute left, second period. We got a 14-4 match.
Body
lock. And Merrillville ends up on top.
Pin, repin.
He needs to drop his hips. He's going to get a...
Oh, got Harry. Almost had it. Merrillville's crowd went nuts. Oh, there's more points gone. I don't know what's going on. They just gave them both. All right. I give up.
Yeah, I think they're a little mixed up. Now, the Merrillville kid, is this Adrian?
There's some more. I don't know what. It's like it's close. Put it that way.
Now we got Merrillville on their back.
There's a fall. Now we know what score it is. Crown Point won it.
Man, they were really rolling around scrambling.
Man, that was a hairy one. We got Bryce Montgomery from Merrillville right now. He'll be taking on Salas. Now,
so this is why I came.
This kid's a man.
I grew up watching Javier. I grew up watching his father wrestle, and it's so cool to see Caesar really kicking butt. He looks better than I looked as a senior in high school, and this is a freshman here. He's got a bright future.
He is a man for a freshman. We're going to see this kid and hear this kid's name a lot. Nice defense right there.
You got to follow through with those shots. And he's going to learn that the further along in high school he gets, you don't take half shots.
Going to check the score again.
Or maybe start the clock.
All right, we think we have the time fixed.
It was approximately 15 seconds, right?
I mean, give or take 10 to 5, you know. First period, I ain't worried. Oh, working the ring, Salas. It's good offense right there.
He really looks like an upperclassman out here.
Yeah. He's got the body of a freshman in college. Nice double.
Well, if you follow his dad on Facebook, you see it's not natural. The kid puts in the work.
Yes. I see him everywhere. I bet you he's been in probably 10, 15 states this year. Covering left.
He's going left.
Cut
he lets
run.
him up.
All right.
Do we not do the diamond anymore?
Sometimes. I mean, times are changing, I guess. That was a practice thing, too. You know, you're kind of making your opponent work to get back up. Another great double. He's getting in, and his body's already, his big chest. Oh.
He's a big, strong kid, and like I said, we're going to see a lot of Caesar Salas for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
And hopefully for the next 5 weeks.
He's showing a lot of talent right now at a young man's age.
Al Smith, he took out 3 of the top 10 ranked guys in the state as a freshman.
Wrestled the Super 32 this year. Gets himself another set of points there. He's up 9-2 right now. Team scored 38-31. Working hammer on the left. Oh, nice double wrist turn.
He's going to step over the head and sink his hips, and he might get 6 here.
Oh, stack. That was a 6 stack. You don't see too many stacks.
It looks like he's done that before.
Yeah.
That's a great match by Caesar. He's going to be around for a long time doing great things.
Yes, he is. And that's your match for the night. 44-31. Crown Point's going to take the win. Sean, what do you think tonight?
I thought it was awesome. 2 good coaches, 2 well-coached teams. They got after it. It would have been nice to see a couple of those starters for Crown Point, but we understand. We have Team State coming up. We have Mount Carmel next Friday.
Yes.
Going right into conference. It's a busy time of year for Crown Point.
It is very busy. And, you know, with watching these teams come out tonight, this is the first time no blood time.
0 blood time. It went under, and I think I have 100 push-ups tonight.
Okay. Well, you're watching Takedown Time on Region Sports Network, and our management is executive producer Chris Ramirez, operations manager Rich Castillo, coordinating producers Zach Miller, sports director Mike Dwan. Your broadcast crew tonight is myself, Danny Bell, and Sean McMurray. Producer Zach Miller. Cameraman is Thomas Marsh. Coaches from Crown Point is Brandon Lorick and Merrillville David Maldonado. And athletic directors Crown Point Bill DeRula and Merrillville Amy Beckham. Viewers, if you can watch on Facebook /Region Sports Nation, YouTube /Region Sports, and RegionSports.com, we'd appreciate it. Leave a like, share, and make sure everybody else gets to see that content. And we're going to have Sean come back a lot more now. It's a pleasure to have him on here. It's nice to have somebody that has the wrestling knowledge. I was wondering if anybody wanted the job, and I appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys having me here. It was a lot of fun. And for those listening, if you want to find me, you can find me at carpenters.com.
There you go.
Might not be a bricklayer, but we'll make you a carpenter.
There you go. All right, folks, you're watching Wrestling on